Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4. Volume. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 18, Text number 7. Apalitanandrita cha Apalitanandrita cha Bhavadbhirlok palakahi Bhavadbhirlok palakahi Chori bhuteta lokeham Chori bhuteta lokeham Yagyarthe grasam oshadihi Yagyarthe grasam oshadihi Apalitanandrita cha Bhavadbhirlokapalakahi Chori bhuteta lokeham Yagyarte grasam oshadihi Apalitandrita cha Bhavadbhirlokapalakahi Chori bhuteta lokeham Yagyarte grasam oshadihi Apalitanadrita cha Bhavadbhirlokapalakahi Chori bhuteta lokeham Yagyarte grasam oshadihi Apalitanadrita cha Bhavadbhirlokapalakahi Chori bhute cha lokeham Yagyarthe grasamoshadihi Palitanadrita cha Bhavadbhirlokapalakahi Chori bhuteta lokeham Yagyarthe grasamosadi Apalita, without being taken care of. Anadrita, being neglected. Cha, also. Bhavadbihi, like your good self. Lokapalakahi, by the governors or kings. Chori bhute, being beset by thieves. Atha, therefore, loke, this world, aham, I, yagyarthe, for the purpose of performing sacrifices, agrasam, have hidden, aushadihi, all the herbs and grains. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. My dear king, not only are grains and herbs being used by non-devotees, but as far as I am concerned, I am not being properly maintained. Indeed, I am being neglected by kings who are not punishing these rascals who have turned into thieves by using grains for sense gratification. Consequently, I have hidden all these seeds which were meant for the performance of sacrifice. So Prabhupada writes here in the purport, that which happened during the time of Prithu Maharaj and his father King Vena is also happening at this present moment. A huge arrangement exists for the production of large-scale industrial and agricultural products, but all these products are meant for sense gratification. Therefore, despite such productive capacities, there is scarcity because the world's population is full of thieves. The word chori bhute indicates that the population has turned to thievery. According to Vedic understanding, men are transformed into thieves when they plan economic development for sense gratification. It is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita that if one eats food grains without offering them to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yajna, he is a thief and liable to be punished. According to spiritual communism, all properties on the surface of the globe belong to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The population has a right to use goods only after offering them to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the process of accepting prasad. Unless one eats prasad, he is certainly a thief. It is the duty of governors and kings to punish such thieves and maintain the world nicely. If this is not done, grains will no longer be produced and people will simply starve. Indeed, not only will people be obliged to eat less, but they will kill one another and eat each other's flesh. They are already killing animals for flesh, so when there is no longer grains, vegetables and fruits, they will kill their own sons and fathers and eat their flesh for sustenance. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalaka Chaksurunmritamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radha Govinda Goswami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna devotees Hare Krishna. So we are reading the conversation between Prithu Maharaj and eighth planet. Eighth planet personified Bhumi Devi is speaking to Prithu Maharaj, who is prepared to shoot arrows at Prithvi. So in the last verse we discussed how Prithvi Devi is saying that all these things, the roots, the herbs, the seeds, the grains, are all meant, all created by Brahma and are to be used by devotees. But that's not happening. So in this way, she is saying that she is hiding all those things. She is hiding, she has it, but she is not giving it. So that's why it's here mentioned that grasam agrasam aushadhi. Agrasam means have hidden aushadhis. Aushadhi means all the herbs and the grains. And they have been hidden. Why have they been hidden? For the purpose of yajna, yagyarte. Yagyarte is the last line of the verse. Yagyarte grasam aushadhi. I have hidden it, and they are actually meant for the performance of the yajna, performance of the sacrifice. We know that everything that is there in this world belongs to whom? Krishna. It belongs to Krishna. And Krishna actually says that many, many times in the Bhagavad Gita. The last verse of the 5th chapter, what does Lord Krishna say? Bhoktaram yagyatapsam sarvaloka maheshwaram Sirdam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. So who is the proprietor? Krishna. Whatever is there in this planet or in other planets or within this universe, all belongs to Krishna. Nothing, we haven't created anything. Let's talk about the most important thing that we need. What is that? Air. We need air to breathe. Do we manufacture our own oxygen? We could see what happened during COVID. People were struggling, they wanted to have more oxygen. They did not have oxygen. They were fighting amongst themselves for oxygen. Oxygen is so important, and that could be seen in India during the COVID pandemic. People were prepared to pay large amounts of money to buy oxygen through black market, because there was, there's so many people and there wasn't enough oxygen and people had difficulty breathing. And now that we are getting all the oxygen, we are getting such a large supply of oxygen. And where are we getting it from? It's the Lord who's giving us oxygen. And the next important thing that we need is water. Are we combining hydrogen and oxygen and in our own house or in our room or in our labs and manufacturing water so that we can drink water? No. We are dependent on the Lord for water. Lord is making such a beautiful arrangement. There is such large quantity of water already stored in the oceans. And does the water ever get frozen? Have you seen the sea water, when the temperature is below 0 degrees? In Dunedin, of course, the place where I come from, we have temperatures below 0 during winter, and in Canada, of course, we have Canada and some of the other parts of the world, you have temperatures going much more like, you get extreme temperatures, minus 15, minus 20, minus 18. But we see that water is still not, does it turn into ice, the sea water? No, it's just added, the salt is there so that it doesn't actually turn into ice. It's still, the liquid form is maintained. And then through the very nice arrangement of the Lord, all the water is evaporated and stored in as clouds. And the clouds are, all the water is being taken up and then they're stored in large containers which we call the clouds. Right? So if you, and those clouds, all the aeroplanes and, things can go through, but it doesn't break. Still, we have the water stored there. Let's say, and then when the time comes, so through sun it's taken up, and then when the time is right, the water is sent, the fresh water is sent to us so that we can drink that water. We can't drink seawater. There's so much seawater, but we cannot drink that. It's a nice arrangement of the Lord. Through sun, the water goes, and then it's sent so that we can drink that water. And let's say if the Lord, if that whole container, whole cloud actually drops in one city, what will happen? You know what will happen. So there will be such a destruction. So if the whole cloud just falls, the water just falls directly. But it's coming in the form of rain. It's a very beautiful arrangement of the Lord, great arrangement of the Lord. And water is supplied by the Lord. What is the next important thing? Food, the grains. The grains. We need the grains. And if you put the money in the bank, no bank will give you 100% interest. No bank will give you 1,000% or 1,000,000%. But if you put one seed in the ground, let's say one mango tree, mango seed, how many mangoes do we get? 100%, 200%, 300%. How many mangoes? Every year we keep getting the supply. If you put one seed, you get so much. This is the arrangement of the Lord. And also, when we eat the food, do we have any ability to digest it ourselves? Lord is saying that I am seated in everyone's. Lord Krishna says, Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva. What's the next part? Pranapana Samayuktam Pachami Annam Chaturvidam. So he says in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrita. In every living entity's body I am situated as Vaishvanara. That's the fire of digestion. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva, I become the fire of digestion in every living entity, and I'm situated in everyone's body, and I actually digest the 4 kinds of food by, balancing the upward and going, pranapana, samayukta, pachame annam chaturvidam. So he's supplying everything. He's supplying the anna, and he actually is digesting it for us. We know what happens when the food, we are not able to digest food. We have to take medication, but still it's not that effective as the body itself. If the body digests food, it's quite different. Isn't it true? And so everything that we have and all the important things that we need to live is actually supplied by the Lord. And here we can see that even the devatas, we have this beautiful universe, and we know that there's perfect management of this universe. Who's managing this universe? Which are the 6 divisions of management? Which are the 6 divisions of management? Yes? Indra, correct. One is Indra. So Indra and other devatas. In other devatas, Surya comes. Manu is the next one. And? Yes? Varuna comes in devatas, other devatas. Sapta Rishis, correct. sons of Manu and Manvantar avatar. So Lord Indra and other devatas, Manu and sons of Manu, Saptarishi and Manvantar avatar. We know that the current for this current Manvantar, which Manvantar are we living in? Vaivashvat Manvantar, correct, yeah. Vaivashvat Manvantar. And this Lord Krishna actually says in the Bhagavad Gita, Imam vivashvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam vivashvan manave praha manurikshvakavya brahvit evam parampara praptam imam rajarshe vidu sakalena mahata yogo nashta parandapa sayavaya mayate diya yoga prokta puratana bhaktasi me sakacheti rahasya metaduttamam. He says to Arjuna that I gave this knowledge to Vivashvan. Vivashvan gave it to his son Manu. So Manu is that Vaivashvat Manu. The son of Vivashvan is Vaivashvat Manu. Manu gave it to Ikshvaku, and then all the Rajarishis actually, all the saintly kings received this knowledge, but because that it's not being passed in its true form, I'm giving it to you because you are my devotee and friend. Lord Krishna is saying. So this is the rule of Vaivashvat Manu. Vaivashvat Manu is currently the Manu. Right? We have got 14 Manus in a day of Brahma. And so Manu is in this Manvantar is Vaivashvat Manu. In this Manvantar, who is Indra? Purandar is Indra. Purandar is Indra. And then we have also Manvantar avatar. Who is the Manvantar avatar? Vamandev. So we have every Manvantar, these 6 divisions are changing. It keeps changing every Manvantar. And so this very, very nice arrangement. And all the devatas are there to work on behalf of the Lord. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, very nicely, he says that Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavat yagyad bhavati parjanyo yagya karma samudbhava. How do we live in this world? Annad bhavanti bhutani. Can we live without grains? We need grains. Right? We need grains, but the grains will depend on the rain. The grain will depend on rain. Right? So Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhava. Because of rains, then there can be anna, grains. If there is no rain, there is no grain. Right? So the anna, production of grains is dependent on rain. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Yagyad bhavati parjanyo. How can we get rains? By performance of yajna. And it has been proven. There was, in Fiji, there was so much drought for a long time, once upon a time. And all the devotees actually went to do Harinam Sankirtan. And after they finished the Sankirtan, rain started falling from the sky. Actually it happened. And the yajna, because of yajna, there is rain. And in this, of course, in this age, that's yajna. Why is that called a yajna? The chanting of the holy name of the Lord? Because mentioned in the scriptures that this is the yajna for this age. Right? In Lord Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, what does it say about the Naam? Yajna Naam. Yes, bro? Very nice. Yajna Naam Japa Yagyosmi. Yagyanam japa yagyasmi. Of all the yagyas, I am the japa yagya. Right? Yagyanam japa yagyasmi. That's what Lord Krishna says. I am, because all the great things in this world, actually wherever you can see the greatness, it is actually coming from Krishna. So, which is the greatest yagya? It is japa yagya. And it's also mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyai Sankirtanair Prayer Yajanti Sumedasa. That Krishna Varnam Tusha Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyai Sankirtana. So what is the yagya? Sankirtan yagya. We know that there is also fire sacrifice. There is also one kind of yagya. But for this yuga, because yagya, dan and tapaha, Lord Krishna says, should not be given up. And which is the yagya for this age? Sankirtan yagya. Dana means charity. Should not be given up. Tapaha means austerity. What kind of austerities? Because Lord Krishna also says, tapasvi bhyodikyo yogi jnani bhyarapi matodika karmi bhaschadiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. So there Lord Krishna is putting tapasya on the lowest platform. A yogi is greater than a tapasvi. Tapasvi bhyodiko yogi jnani bhyarapi matodika karmi bhaschadiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. A yogi is greater than a ascetic. A yogi is greater than a Jnani. A yogi is greater than a karmi. Therefore, you should become a yogi. But then he tells what kind of yogi you should become. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam samayuktatamo mata. Who is the best of the yogis? The one who worships Krishna. Or one who is a bhakti yogi. A bhakti yogi is the best yogi. So there Lord Krishna is saying tapasya. So then we have to perform tapa. What kind of tapa we perform? What kind of tapa? Charity, of course, we know charity is giving in the service of the Lord. We know that yagya is the Sankirtan yagya. What is the tapaha? Yes, the four regulative principles. Those are the actually Rishabdev says to his son, Nayam deho deha bhajan nirloke kastan kaman arhate vidbujame tapo divyam putrakayana sattvam sudhet brahma sokyam tvanantam. He says that he's instructing, Lord Rishabdev is instructing his how many sons? 100 sons. He's instructing them that you should not actually struggle or work very hard to get that sense enjoyment which is available even to the hawks and the vidbhuja. Vidbhuja means one which vishta bhuji, means those animals which eat stool. So this happiness, the sense, the material happiness or the sense enjoyment is actually that happiness that one derives from sense enjoyment is available to even the dogs and the hogs. You should not work hard to get that kind of happiness. Then what should you do? Because that's also Lord Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, yehi samsparsja bhoga dukkha yone evate adhyantavanta kauntena teshu ramate vada. Lord Krishna is saying that happiness which is one is getting through sense enjoyment, samsparsha bhog, that enjoyment which one gets when the senses come in contact with the sense objects, eyes coming in contact with the different forms, ear coming in contact with the different sounds, tongue coming in contact with the different tastes. So all these different kinds of enjoyment is samsparshaj bhog. Yahi samsparshaj bhog hoga. Dukha yona evate. Actually, these are the sources of misery. Why is Lord Krishna saying these are the sources of misery? Yes, bro? Yeah, it has got only beginning and end. And it only, like any happiness that you get, it's mixed with distress. Let's say you eat too much. What happens? You have problems with the body. You eat too much. Or if you like buying a car, you have to pay money for it. You have to, you have to wait at the lights, and you have to, if it gets, old, you have to repair it, if it gets damaged, you have to repair it, or there's so many. Every material happiness is mixed with distress. All happiness in this material world is not pure happiness. It's mixed with distress. Or even if you want to get married, you get some enjoyment, some little bit. But how much distress? Only householders know. So, the samsparsha bo dukha yona evate adhyantavanta konte nateshuramati. It has got beginning and end. And therefore, a intelligent person, the Buddha, does not actually, get engrossed or delight in such kinds of happiness. So this happiness is, Lord Rishabhdev was saying, available in even the animals. That happiness is available to even animals. That's what Lord Rishabhdev is saying. Nayam deho deha bhajam li kastan kaman arate vidbujame. Kastan kaman means with so much kast, with so much of distress, one wants to enjoy in this material world. You have to work so hard day and night. You have to go to the work and do so much work, and this kasta is quite troublesome. But the human life is not meant to actually aspire to get such kinds of happiness. Then, what should we do if the son says that? Lord Rishabhdev says, Kastan kamanate tapo divyam putrakayana sattvam suddhet brahma sokyam tvanantam. By tapo divyam means transcendental austerity. Austerity that will take us closer to the Lord, that is tapo divyam. There is tapa. Everyone does a lot of austerities for sense enjoyment also. There is also tap. But the real tap is that tapa, that austerity which will take us closer to the Lord. That is tapo divyam. Tapo divyam putrakayanam sattvam suddhet. Suddhet sattvam, suddhet means purifying one's existence. And Brahma Sokyam Tvanantam. And then experience that Brahma Sokyam, that happiness, give up that happiness which you get, from getting in, when the senses come in contact with the sense object. Get that happiness which you get by getting in contact with the Lord. Brahma Sokyam. Tvanantam. And it is unlimited. So, the tapa, yajna and dan, these are not to be yajna, tapa and dan. This is yajna. Yajnartha arte grasam oshadim. He says that, Prithvi says, this is actually I have kept for, I have hidden it, but I have kept it so that this aushadi, all these herbs and grains, so for performing sacrifices, because we know that when Maharaj, that king who was a demon, he was not allowing anyone to perform yajna, so Prithvi had withdrawn all these things. We see that even now also, if someone is using something for Krishna, then Krishna gives more. all the things that we need for Krishna, like for example Prabhupada. When Prabhupada actually went to America, he did not have money, he did not have people, he did not have even a place, he did not have the facilities to actually carry out the mission of his guru, his spiritual master. But Krishna provided all those things. Krishna provided and gave so much of wealth. 40 rupees became 40 crores. Right? We know that. So once a businessman asked Prabhupada, how could you make, you started with 40 rupees and you made it into 40 crores. How could you do that? Prabhupada said, it's a very profitable business, join us. So the thing is, Lord gives so much. And even even the cows give more milk. The cows looked after by devotees in Goshalas, they even produce more milk than other cows. So here, also all the devatas actually get very, very pleased if someone becomes a devotee. Isn't it true? We see that there is a verse which Naraji says, Yata taror moola nisechena triptyante tad skando bujopashaka pranopaharascha yatendriyana tataiva sarvaharanam achyutejya. Yeah, tataiva, yes, that's the verse. He says that just like watering the root of the tree, by watering the root of the tree, the whole tree gets nourished. By supplying the food to the stomach, the whole body gets nourished. Similarly, by worshipping the Lord Achyut or Lord Krishna, everyone else is worshipped. We can see Durvasa Muni, Krishna got a little bit from that pot, and all the disciples of 10,001 of them, plus others, got fully satisfied. So, by giving to Krishna, everyone else is satisfied. So, by giving, even Mother Earth is not interested in giving to the others for other purposes, because the purpose of the creation, what is the purpose of creation? To take us away from the Lord or to take us closer to the Lord? The purpose of the creation is that, purpose of the creation and all the devatas and everyone is meant to actually take us or help us in getting closer to the Lord. So here Prithvi is also playing that role. Prithvi is actually saying that apalita nadrita cha, and I have not been taken care of, I have not been neglected, because when there is demons on the planet Earth, then they actually exploit all the resources for their enjoyment. So they actually are destroying this place by doing so many different things which actually affect Mother Earth. And also Lokapalake Bhavadbir, he says that you and other kings and governors, chori bhute, and the people have become thieves, and then the kings who are meant to give punishment to such people, ime lokyaham yagyarte grasam oshadim. The kings who are meant to give punishments to such thieves are doing nothing. We see that in the case of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, when his, the Kali personality of Kali, actually is giving suffering to the bull and the cow, he straight away wanted to take action. We see that during the time of Yudhishthir's rule, at that time there were some thieves stealing the cows of some Brahmana, and they all approached Arjuna. Arjuna actually broke his vow to go to protect them. You know how he broke his vow? Because Arjuna, because of the 5 Pandavas had taken a vow. The 5 Pandavas had, because Naraji comes, after Draupadi, after the 5 Pandavas married Draupadi, 5 Pandavas marrying one Draupadi, Naraji comes says, you should have some rules and regulations, because otherwise, you brothers, you may end up fighting with each other because of Draupadi. And then Naraji tells the story that there was 2 brothers. This is mentioned in Mahabharata. One was Sund and the other one was Upasund. And they were so close to each other. They would sit with each other, they will eat with each other, they will sleep with each other. They could not live with each other. They had so much affection for each other. And they performed severe austerities and pleased Brahmaji for a benediction. And they wanted to get benediction of immortality from Brahma. Brahmaji said, just like he gave the benediction to Hiranyakashipu. So Brahmaji said, I can't give you the benediction of immortality. You have to choose the way you would like to die. So they thought that we are so close to each other, we will choose that. Okay, we'll die from each other only. So they thought they have become immortal because that was, for them, it was not possible. They were so close to each other. And then the devatas, then they started giving suffering to the devatas and the good people, the devotees. And then the devatas actually went to Brahma, and they decided to create through Vishwakarma. They created a very beautiful woman called Tilotama. It was very, very beautiful. Every part of the body was beautiful. Tilotama. Til means like even that, what do you call the til? Sesame seed. Even that part of the body was not beautiful. Because every part was beautiful. Uttama. Tilotama. And then that beautiful woman was sent. And the brothers started fighting among themselves. No, I will choose her. It is mine. It's mine. Just like when the Amrit came, they were fighting amongst themselves. Aham purvam, natvam, aham purvam, it's for me first. Aham purvam, not you. Natvam, not you. So here both of them started fighting with each other. And they fought with each other and killed each other. So then Naraji said, you should have some sort of rules and regulations, so that in dealing with Draupadi. So they had decided that if one brother is with Draupadi at a particular time, then another brother should not go there. Right? Otherwise they have to go to the forest, go away from home for 12 years, go on exile for 12 years. And then Draupadi was with Yudhishthir, and what happened is a Brahman approaches Arjuna for help because his cows were being stolen. Arjuna was in Dharma Sankat. He was thinking, should I go or not? But then he thought, I'm a Kshatriya and I need to protect this Brahman and the cows, and I have to punish the thieves. And he goes inside, and Draupadi and Yudhishthir were there, and he takes, because inside the place where they were, that's where he had kept his Gandiva. So he had to go and get the Gandiva to go and help the cows, and then to protect the cows. So he goes there, and then he takes his Gandiva, and he goes to protect the cows, and he comes back. And then, of course, he was able to, defeat the thieves and get the cows back. And then what happened is, he said, now I have to go to the forest. And Yudhishthira said, no, you should not. It's okay, you don't. Arjuna said, no, we had taken a vow that, that we will do this and I will do this. So we can see that he broke his vow to protect the cows from the thieves. So thieves, when the thieves there's too many thieves, then when the praja actually becomes thieves, and the king is not good to protect the citizens, then all the natural resources will be withdrawn by the Prithvi, Mother Earth. And also other devatas also start actually giving us suffering in different ways. When all of them, when one becomes a devotee, then everything is properly arranged. Everything is arranged. And because even Lord Rishabdev, Lord Kapil Dev says, Mad bhayat vati vatoyam suryastapati mad bhayat varshati indro dahati agnir mrityuscharati mad bhayat. Because of fear of me, the wind is blowing. Because of fear of me, the sun is shining. Because of fear of me, Lord Indra is giving rain. And because of fear of me, the mrityu, the death actually takes the lives of people. So in this ways, we see that Prabhupada also says that if such a situation arises, and it arose at that time, it was there, and now it is still happening, and people, already they are eating flesh of other animals. If there is scarcity of food, they will start eating each other. At the end of Kali Yuga, it's going to be worse because there will be more. There's already so many sinful people on the earth, and they perform so many different kinds of sinful activities. And if this continues in future, Mother Earth will withdraw all the grains, and there will be no rains, not enough rains, and then there will be scarcity of grains and vegetables and fruits, and then people will start killing each other. They might kill even their own sons, which they are already doing. Right? They're already killing them. And of some of them, in some of the countries, even the stillborn children or the children, that's the food, they make some food out of, they eat that, and it's a delicacy. Already happening. For them it's delicacy. They keep, if you go and check, people eating human embryos, but aborted children or those, they keep it and they eat the flesh of them. It's a delicacy. Unfortunately, that has started happening already, and it's only the beginning of the beginning, right? It is only the beginning of the beginning, because the Kali Yuga is 432,000 years long. So its duration is so much, and we have only started only the first 5,000 or so years, and it's going to get worse. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? Yes, Prabhuji. Hmm.
All the demigods, 330 million demigods, in the material world, do they stay in heaven, or are there any demigods or lokapalakas in the spiritual world, or is it only Subhadra, is the holding soul in charge of spiritual?
So there is some. Look, Lord Indra, of course. Lord Indra is a devata, right? And someone can become Lord Indra by performing 100 Ashwamedha yajnas. Okay. So, and then also, someone also can become Indra by the mercy of the Lord, because we can see that some people perform 100 Ashwamedha yajnas and they become Indra, the position of the Indra. But we also know that our next Indra will be who? Who's going to be our next Indra? Bali Maharaj. But did he perform 100 Ashwamedha yajnas? No. He did not perform 100 Ashwamedha yajnas, but because of the Lord's mercy, he will become Indra in the next Manvantar. And Lord is actually with him in Sutal Lok as his doorkeeper. Right. So when he that Indra, actually, he will go to the spiritual world after actually serving as Indra in the Indra position. And but we also know that Lord himself can become Indra in the first Manvantar. So a devotee can become Indra, a person who performs 100 Ashwamedha yajnas can become Indra. And also, we see that Lord himself in the first Manvantar, Yajna Purush, who is an incarnation of the Lord, he becomes Indra when there was no Indra available. There is no suitable candidate. So he actually accepts the two portfolios in this universal management. Out of the 6, he accepts the position of Manvantar Avatar as well as Lord Indra. So in that way, we can see that they are in the spiritual world. They can be in the spiritual world. They can be in the... But it's not that... But when we talk about Lord Shiva, the Sadashiva is that form which is in the spiritual world, the Sadashiva form. And then we have another form, the other forms, which are actually that who is looking after the mode of ignorance. That's another Shiva, who is an expansion of the Sadashiva. But the devatas actually only are here only for duration of one Manvantar. Right? Lord Indra is only there for one Manvantar as Indra, not longer. But if someone actually is a devotee, Lord Krishna is saying that in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is saying, Prapya punyakritam lokanushitva shashvati sama suchinam shrimatam gehe yog brashtobi jayate. If one is not able to complete devotional service, then they can actually become Sashwati Samaha, means stays there for a long time in the Devalok, but there is no chance of falling down for them. It's not that Tetam Bhukta Swarga Lokam Vishalam Chinya Punya Marta Lokam Vishanti. They don't fall down because of their punya. They can stay there for longer. Because they go to the Swarga Lok not for enjoyment, but because of their devotional service. Not for them, for the punya karma, because of punya karma, chinya punya marta lokam vishanti, but they go because of devotion. And they stay there for much longer than other devatas. Does it make sense, bro? Hare Krishna. Yes, anyone else? Yes, Prabhuji.
I'll just ask you one basic question if I can. How do you divide time? Can you tell us the story of the beginnings? You mentioned this the times division.
Oh, Manvantar.
Yeah, could you?
Okay, so this yuga we are living in, it's called Kali Yuga. So duration of this Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. And then the next one is Dwapar Yuga, the one before this. It is duration 2 times 432,000, which is 864,000 years. And the duration of Treta Yuga is 3 times 432,000 years, which is 1,296,000 years. Duration of the one before that, Satyuga, is called Satyuga, is 4 times 432,000 years, which is 1,728,000 years. Combine all of them for the one is that's called Divya Yuga or Chaturyugi. The duration of that is 10 times 432,000 years, because it's times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 10. So basically 10 times 432,000 years, which is 4.32 million years. And Brahma's day is 1,000 times that, right? 1,000 times the duration of the 4 yugas. So which means 1,000 times 4.32 million years, and that's 4.32 billion years. And Brahma's month is 30 days. So 4.32 billion years times 30 plus, but before that we have to multiply by 2 because it's day and nights, which is 8.64 billion years, duration of Brahma's day and night, and 8.64 billion years times 30, that's a month of Brahma, and times 100, right? So times 360 basically, that's 1 year of Brahma, and then times 100, which means 360 times 100, which means 8.64 billion times 36,000 times 36,000, and that is actually 311 trillion 40 billion years, which is the lifespan of Brahma. And that's how long this whole universe lasts. When Brahma dies, then there is Prakritik Pralay, the whole universe is destroyed. There is different kinds of pralay. Every time that destruction is happening, that's called Nitya Pralay. We are dying at every moment. All cells are dying, new cells are born. That's called Nitya Pralay. And there is also Nemitik Pralay, means when the day of Brahma, there's a small devastation. That's the lower planets come underwater. That Pralay, that devastation is called Nemitik Pralay. And then the next one is called Prakritik Pralay, when Brahma's life comes to an end. And there is also Atyantik Pralay, means when we leave this place and go to the spiritual world, when we get purified fully, that is called Atyantik Pralay. So there's that's how this time works. Make sense? Hare Krishna. Anything else? Yes, Prabhuji. Why? Sorry? Why Prithu Maharaj is trying to punish Prithvi Devi when she was actually doing the right thing. Right? So the thing is, when Prithu Maharaj actually became the king, she should have understood that yes, now I need to give to Prithu Maharaj, because Prithu Maharaj is not like Vena. That's one thing, right? If she is interested in giving it to the devotees and not to others, when there are non-devotees, they're okay, she was not giving, but at least now she should give. That's one point, right? The other point is that by doing this, actually she was going to glorify Prithu Maharaj much more. Actually, his glorification will come as Adiraj, Prithu Maharaj, as one who flattened the whole surface of the earth, who organized the planet Earth in such a way that, such everything was so beautiful. Adiraj, and we can see how Prithu Maharaj will be glorified, because Prithvi gave instructions. You do this, you flatten the earth, you use different pots, different calves, and have extract different things from me only. And by doing this, actually Prithu Maharaj is glorified more. So it is a Lord himself his arrangement that this is actually happening, because at the end the Lord will be glorified. Prithu Maharaj will be glorified. Right? And then we can see with all these different instructions, we are also learning at the same time. So different instructions, different lessons. So different lessons and different ways in which the Lord will be glorified. Just like we see that Lord Ramachandra did not have to build a bridge. If he could make his devotee cross the ocean, why does he have to make a bridge? But at the end, Lord is glorified because of, the bridge building Leela. Okay, Prabhu. Anything else? Is it clear, Prabhu? Yes. Sorry? So there is this Naradji. We know that if there is a universe, every universe is there. In this universe, there is Naradji who's going from different, and he goes to the spiritual world as well. Yes, and the present Naradvani, of course, the one that we are discussing about, he's the son of a maid servant and who was a Gandharva. He was a Gandharva, Upabarhan becomes a Dasi Putra, and then that same becomes the son of Brahma. So he is the son of this Brahma, right? This Naradji is the son of our current Brahma who has got 4 heads, right? So there will be, just like there are many, many Brahmas as we see in the Chaitanya Leela, you know, we see that 4-headed Brahma, 8-headed Brahma, 16-headed Brahma, because Brahma thought that he is the only Brahma, right? So similarly, we have got other personalities like that in the other planets, other universes. In this universe, we have our son of Brahma, who becomes the Naradji, who's empowered to preach devotional service. The purpose is an empowered incarnation. So we have personalities like that in the other universes as well. Just like there's a Brahma here and sons of Brahma, there is Brahma and other sons of Brahma in the other universes. Okay, Prabhu? Yes, Prabhu. Who, Pasina? Yeah. No. It is Prithvi, the earth planet. The earth, this is actually talking about the earth, Mother Earth. Right? Yeah. This Prithvi, and then the son was born, and that's Bhaumasur. Yeah. It doesn't actually whole lift the. Of course, the Lord can. Lord is lifting the whole universe in the form of Sankarshan. Anything else? Okay, Shri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Shri Gaurnitai Bhagwan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.